Hi guys, Sam of Sambookery here. In this video, I wanted to show you guys a new series of journals that I've just finished. These are bee-inspired journals. We've got the most gorgeous giant fuzzy bumblebees that come to our flowers here. And I just love watching them collect the pollen, and that's inspired these new journals. So I did a series of 5 journals. They're similar, but each one's unique. So I thought we'd do a flip through of one of them, and I'll give you a little bit of information about them, and they will be for sale in my Etsy shop, and there's a link in the description. So let's turn this to overhead, and we'll pull down a journal to look at. So these are fabric covered journals. There is, in between the layers of fabric, there's a layer of batting and of cotton canvas to give it stability. It's all machine stitched. We've got, let's see, the whole thing measures 6 1/4 by 9 1/2 inches. We've got a 3-inch spine. 3 inch if you do this. If you kind of let it poof out, it's almost 4 inches. And just used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch to attach my signatures, and then I've added some beads and some really cute charms to the ends of those. Here's the back. So the fabric has been washed and dried to kind of give it some frayed edges, and then it's been coffee dyed to kind of give it more antique look. This is some nice black lace. On the front, we have a digital. This is by My Citrus Studio. No, Citrus Journal Studio. Citrus Journal Studio. I've got some lace, a little bee charm that I hand sewed on there, so for a little movement. We've got some little sequins I've sewn on, and these are some paper flowers along with some lace. And let's see, on the side we've got, this is, I can't remember what I dyed this fabric with. It might have been turmeric or it might have been coffee, but this is hand dyed fabric here as a tie closure. And you open the journal up. We've got fabric pocket on the inside, and I've just got a journaling card in here for you, but you can store whatever you want in there. And then let's see, here we go. Here's the first signature. A lot of the other digitals in here are by my Porch Prints. So this is one of their beautiful pages here. I've just sewn some lace onto the edge. And there's a whole lined page here for writing, and I've stamped a little space here for you to give the page a title. This paper is Japanese calligraphy paper. It's used for practicing your brush and pen calligraphy. So it's smooth on one side, and then it's got like a rough texture on the back. And so I just did some stamping on here in a little polka dot pattern. Clipped in here, let's see, we've got a little piece of printed vellum with a sticker of flowers on it. And this is just a little stamp I made. And all of the fibers in the journal are on the paper clips. So if you don't like the fibers, you can just take them off. None of them are sewn on permanently. And then this page is like a honeycomb paper. And I used a stencil when I did the coffee dyeing to leave that bee on there. And you can kind of get it shows through on the back as well. So let's clip this back in. Okay, here's, most of the pages in here are coffee dyed. I prefer that because it gives it a little bit darker than tea dye. This is just lined notebook paper with a fold out. This is copy paper that's been coffee dyed, and then clipped to the top is this little seed envelope. And inside here I have some more little flowers for you to use to embellish your journal. Let's see. This is a paper bag that I've machine stitched and attached what are these called? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon 2 for a tuck spot. So there's a little journaling card here. And you can tuck here, or there's it tucks in here as well. More lined paper. This is scrapbook paper, and we've got an envelope that flips out, and I've got this cute little card in here with some fabric stitched to the top. Here's the back side. This is some 6x6 scrapbook paper sewn in just to have different height variations in the pages. This is just regular copy paper, but sometimes when I coffee dye, I lay my pages on metal, like a metal rack in the pan, and so that creates like the lines on the paper. Here's a little pocket with just a little paper that you can journal on in there. This is craft paper. Some of the back side of the, nope, it's more honeycomb paper. It's been coffee dyed. And this is thick cardstock, and this is one of the My Porch Prints digitals. And this is the center of the signature. So in here, we've got 2 pockets. In this one, I've made this envelope with this wax seal, but it's not sealed down, so you can open it. Here's the back side. And inside here, got some goodies for you. Got some words, a little digital, and a little index card that has a bee on it that's been coffee dyed. So this is a good place to store anything you're using for decorating your journal. And this side, we've just got like a library card with flowers on it, double-sided. Oh, and then at the bottom of one of the signature ties in each journal is a key, and it barely hangs out the bottom of the journal. But if you don't want it on the bottom, you can always flip it up to the top of the page and it can dangle on the top. Okay. This is just a little tab on this craft paper here. This is like a hidden paper clip. I just put it on here, but you can put it to mark your page in the book if you'd like. It's got bees on one side and some words on the other. Now this is the other side of the paper bag. So one, it's storage for more ephemera or journaling cards. But on top of it, got this interactive piece here. And then inside here are some pieces of paper that you can journal on. And I'm just using the paper clip to keep that closed. Another flip out on some lined paper. Now here's the back side, and it says B, but here's the front side. So you get a little ghost image on the back and the reverse. And I did some stamping on here. And that's the end of that signature. And then tucked a couple extra things in the journals for you guys because I just had so much fun making stuff for this. This is just a little paper bag mini journal. Oh, I did use digitals on this one from Digital Curio as well as the other 2 mentioned. So it's just got keys tied to the end of the strings that are part of the binding here, and one of them wraps around, and then I just tied them in a single knot just to hold them, to hold this closed. So you open it up and you've got a pocket here. You've got the pocket of the paper bag, and I stuck a lot of ephemera in here for you guys to use when decorating your journals. Little tags, so much fun stuff. And then we've got a signature of some coffee dyed pages. And these are, they don't all, these ones are the ones I put on the, like the metal racks, which gave them the lines. It kind of gave it like a grid on this one. We've got a few pages in here to do some journaling. And so you just take the long string, let's see, I'm gonna go around and around, and then we're just gonna do one loose knot, just flip them over each other just to kind of hang there. So I was tucking that in between the signatures and letting the keys kind of hang out, because I did leave a lot of extra space in here. This is not a 3-inch spine that's completely packed and you can't add any more to. It's very loosely packed, so as you add things, it won't expand anymore. There's room for it to go. You won't end up having it splay out. So here is another of the pretty My Porch Prints digitals, and I've sewn on some lace. Here is a cute little bee journaling card, index card that I've clipped on with some fibers here. Got a coffee filter in here. I just love the texture of these. And here is some craft paper. This is a sticker, and then on the back we've got a pocket with a little journaling paper in it. And then on this page we've got a huge flip down, so you can do some secret journaling on here. This paper is really textured. It looks like, you know, pieces of grass and bark and stuff. It's actually mulberry paper. I wouldn't actually write on it, but you could definitely glue things to it or add things to it. I just put it in because it's such a fun texture. It's very earthy. Some more lined paper. This is an envelope. I've got a giant journaling card on this one with lines on the back. And then you could always add more things in here. Did a little bit of stamping on the bottom of this coffee dyed page. This is some Japanese specialty paper. I'm not sure if it's rice paper or not. They have a lot of types of paper. This is just one from my stash. It's kind of translucent, and it's smooth on one side and textured on the other. And we've got some cardstock here in the center of the signature. I've got a little pocket, just a little piece of ephemera. And then we've got our second envelope in here. And these have all been coffee dyed and aged. So we just untie this. And we can open this up, and this is full of all kinds of goodies. This is a stamped piece of paper. I think this opens, yeah. This is an old like time punch card. So a good place to stick lots of goodies. And this one, let's see. I think we do one over the top and one to the bottom a couple times, and then I just tie a bow. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, and we'll just tuck that in the pocket here. And there's another large pocket. It's just got a tea-dyed index card in here. There's the back side of that and some more. You can kind of see the shine on this paper. Here's another pocket with another tag. Or that's an envelope. It's the other half of the envelope. Here's a pocket with just a little piece of paper you can journal on. I tried to give you guys some ephemera in here, but also to leave lots of space so you can add your own. This is the craft paper, and I've just added a wax seal with a crown on it to the edge as kind of a tab. It's the other half of the coffee paper. This flip out is a coffee dyed envelope, and I've slid in here several of the coffee dyed bee index cards. They're so cute. And this is washi tape, but it's also glued on, so it won't come loose. I have another flip out here. And then I've got another goodie hidden between these two signatures. This is just a large journaling space created from a magazine image or catalog image. Just unwrap it. And inside you've got a full sheet. You can do lots of writing or journaling or drawing on. The back side is just an image, and I've got a label here, so if you want to label it. And they're all different in each of the journals, but they'll all be similar. So I work in a series because I like to do like variations on a theme. So everything is similar. They'll have the same amount of stuff. I will say the signature, most of the pages are the same, but there'll be some few differences, especially the covers are all different. Here's some more coffee dyed paper with holes at the top. I like that texture. This one I've stitched on the machine around the outside, and there's a stamping. This is a scrap from my collection of some specialty Japanese paper. It's got like mica flecks in it, like metallic flecks. It's really pretty. So we've got more of the honeycomb paper, and on the back we've got clipped another seed pocket. It's got bee. These are so cute. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, this one we've got tons of labels, like bee related labels for you guys to add throughout your journal. So that's what's in this one. This I did coffee dyeing with some doilies on it as a resist, and those turned out really cute. And you can kind of see the ghost image on the back. This is Japanese calligraphy paper. It's kind of got a yellow, oh, you know what? No, that's not this one. This was a roll of wrapping paper I got from a store. It looks like it's kind of handmade paper. It's got a yellowy tinge to it. I just think it's really pretty, but it's smooth enough like you can do writing on it. It's functional. All right, here we've got some scrapbook paper, and clipped to the edge is this little envelope. It's got a cute little sticker on it. And let's see what's inside. Inside we've got this cute little bee on a flower. So let's put that back. And we've got a pocket here with another tag. Cute. More stamping. Here is just a little tuck spot I made, layering a couple different papers cut in a hexagon shape. Here's a tall envelope, and so in here I put a piece of embossed paper that you can use. It's so pretty, and I just love feeling the textures. And we did a little stamping here with a bee on some lined paper. Now we're in the center. We've got this long journaling card here. It's a big pocket, so you can put tall things here. I made like a little faux stamp. And in this pocket, we've got a vintage postcard. This one says Treasure Mountain, Colorado West. So I just tried to pick vintage postcards with flowers in them or nature for the bees. In this pocket, we've got folded paper for journaling on. This little pocket, we've got another little envelope, and in this one, oh, we've got this cute little journaling card with a tab on it. Been working on this for months, so I don't remember everything I've put in here, so it's fun for me to go back through. All right, more coffee dye. It's got like a fold out here. Yellow paper. Here's a little pocket with just cute little tiny piece of ephemera. It's a library pocket, 3-tiered. Oh, here's the back side of that doily dyed coffee paper. We've got a 3-tier library pocket. There's some dyed tags I've made. Here's my little card. This one kind of goes this way. We've got some sparkly gems here on the bee, just for some bling. There's more of that Japanese paper with the metallic in it. And that is the end of the signature. There's a pocket in the back of the journal as well. And I just put in a folded piece of coffee dyed grid paper in here for you guys. And that is that. And so it's just a simple tie closure. Kind of get these fibers out of the way, and I just tie a bow. But that also allows you to, if you want to compress it down to fit on your shelf, compress it down and tie it tighter, or if you add a lot, you need to expand it. There's plenty of room to expand. I left the ties long. You just tie a little bow, and that's that. this one, they all are slightly different and they all have this bead charm. So I think this is just beautiful. Looks like amber. And they have a different crown and the beads are different patterns on each one. But let me show you the covers of each one. And then you'll be able to pick which cover, which journal you like on my Etsy. There's that one. There's this one. And here are the charms on this one. It's this one. It's this one. And these are all beautiful digitals, the ones on the covers from my Citrus Journal Studio. I just thought they were so pretty, and I love the vintage bee vibe. Now, I will say this one, it's the only one that's got a different tie. It's got this beautiful twill tape in this like honey gold color. And so I used that one for this one, but I only had enough for one journal. And the rest all have the dyed fabric strips. Here's this one, and there's that. And I missed it, but somewhere in there I did a little bit of gold foiling on one of the pieces of ephemera. So you'll have to look for that when you get yours. So those are the journals. I have 5 of them. Like I said, very similar, but different enough to all be unique. Oh, and I will say I also added up here, which you can take off if you want. I just tied in one knot. A little piece of netting that's got gold in it and kind of like a diamond pattern just at the top of the beads, just for some fun. And then when I was cleaning up after months and months of making these journals, all the supplies everywhere, I was putting together a few things, and I thought there's enough here to make another small journal. So I made one more journal. This is just a single signature with some beads, and these have a key and a little bitty crown. I don't know if you can see that. So I thought I'd show you this one. This will be listed as well. This is just one of a kind. I only have this one. And this one is about 6 by 9. Oh, let me tell you, 144 pages. That was the other stat. I mean, this will all be in my Etsy, but 144 pages front and back in here. So that was not planned, but that worked out. So it is a gross of pages. All right, so here's this one. It's the cover. It's just got a small cover. It's this little bee journaling card and this paper here. It's a crackle texture I love. And I've stitched this torn dyed fabric to it as a closure. So open that up, and then the first page is this envelope, and I just tucked in here a little scrap with this doily coffee dyed paper for you guys. I do all my coffee dyeing. I dip everything, and then I bake it in the oven at a low temperature, and so it comes, I like doing that. You never know what it's going to come out looking like. Even the same papers. This is an envelope I put in, and look how dark and like splotchy it is. It's really fun. All right, this is a My Porch Prints digital. Somehow I printed an extra one, so I had an extra one with some lace edgings, machine sewn on. The whole page with lines here. This is that yellow, it was wrapping paper, and I just made a little ruffle with some of the extra bee fabric. And then we've got some grid paper with a little fabric tab on it. This is some scrapbook paper. I just machine stitched a strip onto the edge of this paper, and then it also folds out. Some craft paper. I've hinged on black paper here, and this is just a fabric scrap on here that's machine stitched on. So that folds out. And we've got just some strips of paper here. This flips out. It's got a scrap stitched on here with a zigzag stitch. Just added a little bit of this cute bee fabric to the end of this paper, and then a little bit of the tulle or the netting on here for texture. Put this up here like you can put a label for what's on this page. And everything is all like crinkly and it feels nice. Even this paper, it's not very dark, but I did coffee dye everything, and so it's all got this kind of wrinkly, crinkly texture, which I love. And here's another little fabric tab with a bee on it, with a bee fabric. It's so cute. And on this page, I glued that envelope down to give you a little fold out and a tuck spot. And here's a cute little piece of paper tucked in there. And then I added a little bit of black ruffled fabric to the top of the page. And then there's the back edge, which is all these pretty lemons and the bee. And then you just wrap the cover around like that and tie it up. So this is just a cute little scrap journal, especially if you're like me. I like finishing things. So smaller journals I really like because I can actually finish them in a short amount of time. So I thought that would be fun to make one smaller journal as well. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you guys so much for stopping and watching this video and taking a look at my channel. And I will see you guys next time.